Hey Geek, so at the time of this video, it's been a little over 3 months since it was the last time that I actually bought a Blu-ray or a 4K. And I did post a video talking about why I stopped Blu-ray collecting. And if you wanted to see that, I will leave that video in the description area below, and you can check that out after watching this video. So this is going to be my thoughts and experiences on this for anybody who is also collecting, who might be thinking about quitting or maybe temporarily slowing down their collecting, and kind of like how I feel about it and how it might also affect you in a similar way. And so, at least for me, at the time that I was collecting regularly, I would typically buy a Blu-ray or a 4K every single week. And so basically throughout the whole month, I was buying every week. And it's not just related to new releases. I would just buy the movies that I wanted or shows that I actually had on my list. And so I had a list of movies and shows. I also had a budget, which is really important, and I'll talk more about that. And after a certain point, I kind of felt that, okay, I've gotten the ones that I want. And then for other new releases, I was more picky about it. I was kind of looking like, okay, is that something that, number one, is actually going to be worth me buying? Because obviously it costs money to buy these things. And then secondly, is it a movie or show that I'll probably watch in the long run, basically watch it more than one time? Because if I'm only going to watch it one time, it might not be worth buying. Maybe I'll just watch it on a streaming service or something like that. I mean, that's really honestly what I would do anyway if I'm not going to watch it multiple times. And so after these past 3 months, I would say the first thing is it felt really weird because I have been buying Blu-rays and 4Ks weekly for a little over 6 months, up until the point that I decided to stop collecting Blu-rays and 4Ks. And so for me, it was not only a difference in my habits, but also it was an emotional thing as well, because you're used to doing this. And I think for any collector out there, you might feel the same way, where you get this rush, this dopamine rush of actually buying this Blu-ray or 4K or whatever physical media that you have, and it's just exciting. It becomes part of your routine, looking up the new releases, watching reviews, just really getting excited about the whole part of buying. And then when you buy it, you could add it to your collection. And I really miss that because it was fun and exciting. And then the other thing is, obviously, I create content on this. So whenever I did buy a new Blu-ray 4K, I'm able to create content on it. And then finally, whenever I do have the time, I would actually open it up, load it up on my media server, and then watch and enjoy what I've purchased and now own. And so that's kind of like the steps that I go through. And so now that I'm not buying Blu-rays and 4Ks like I used to, it feels like something's missing, and I think it's just the whole habit, the whole feeling of excitement, getting ready for the next releases, new releases, special editions, whatever the case might be. It is a really fun and exciting thing. And so I think that's the thing that I miss the most. It's just that whole excitement, getting excited about getting this next Blu-ray or 4K. And also, I've missed out on some pretty big ones. Like the one that I really wanted was a Godzilla -1. I wanted the deluxe edition, the Japanese edition, and I almost bought it, but I was like, man, maybe I'm gonna wait on that, okay? Because right now, these past 3 months, I haven't bought anything, and I kind of want to stick to that for now. And at first, I would say for the first month, it was really, really hard because I was so used to getting it out to routine. And like I was saying, it was fun and exciting. And then the second month, it got easier because at that point, I didn't think about it as much. And then by the third month, honestly, I didn't think about it much at all. About the only thing I was doing with Blu-rays and 4Ks is basically watching other creators talk about these new releases. And then for the ones that I found interesting, I might go check out the prices and see what they offer. And then maybe in a later period, if and when I do start collecting again, those are going to be on my new list of movies and shows that I'll get in the future. And so, at least for me, it was hard at first, but over time it's gotten easier. And then, since I'm not spending money on Blu-rays and 4Ks weekly and then monthly, I actually have more money available. And well, I decided to use that money to do other things like travel. So right now I'm traveling internationally. I'm in a different country. I'm in Malaysia right now, but I'll be going to multiple other countries in Southeast Asia and then surrounding areas. And that makes a big difference if you have a good budget. You know what I mean by good budget, it really depends on what your budget and how much money you have. But at least for me, I had set aside anywhere from $500 to $1,000 for a certain amount of time. So I had an overall budget, but then I had a kind of like a monthly budget as well. So now I'm able to use that for other things. And well, I really think this was a great investment of my money to go travel, to see the world, to experience different things. And I've already invested in a lot of the Blu-rays and 4Ks that I already want. So I think that is a good investment for the long term. But now I'm able to use it for other things in my life. And that's one other thing that you'll probably realize or experience once you stop collecting. And it doesn't have to be permanent, but it might be temporary. You realize all the money that you have available and also time and energy, because it does take time, energy, and money to do this whole Blu-ray 4K collecting. And if you are a creator like myself, it takes even more time for you to create content on that. So those are my thoughts and experiences. A little over 3 months not buying or collecting any new Blu-rays and 4Ks. And if you did see new videos that I've made with Blu-rays and 4Ks, those aren't actually new. Those are videos that I've already made and then I'm posting it later. And as stated a little bit earlier, if you did want to see my video where I talked about why I stopped Blu-ray collecting, I will leave that video in the description area below. And if you actually had any thoughts on this, be sure to share your thoughts on this as well. And I'll see you on another episode. Hey geeks, if you are a brand new creator and you simply want something easy to get you started, well, I got something for you with my Creator Starter Kit. This is a super simple step-by-step guide that's going to take you from having no channel to developing your very first YouTube channel, along with ideas, thumbnail designs, and other creator tips, including marketing. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and get started creating.